Hi, I'm Greg Denning. I grew up in a broken home, and because of some really tough situations, I ended up out on my own at a young age and ended up in some really tough places, even some really dark places where people were doing terrible things. And around me, I saw a lot of people self-destruct. And what do I mean by that? Some even going all the way to suicide, but most just getting caught up in addiction and these terrible vices, horrible habits, terrible cycles. You've noticed them, you've seen them, maybe even have experienced some of them yourself, where you just get in this cycle of self-destruction where you sabotage your own success and happiness. You ruin your own relationships and almost just tank your own life. And I often wonder, I'm like, why is it that people do this? And luckily at a young age where I was out there on my own and life was so hard and I felt depressed and desperate, wanting so desperately to know how to find real true happiness. To overcome the loneliness and the hurt I felt. And just to be happy. Just to wake up every day and not be discouraged, but to wake up excited to be alive, right? Not to dread your circumstances and your situations. But maybe you're like me, that you have associates or friends or even family members who literally have self-destructed. I have a dear brother that I love so much, and he's in jail right now for a long time. And he never wanted to go there, he never planned to go there, but he made decisions that led to those circumstances, those situations. And those outcomes, those results, right? So I wanted to kind of offer a challenge to you. And here's what I read, and here's what I believe for years. I've thought about it, but I read this awesome book a couple days ago because I'm constantly reading and studying. And this author leader said, I believe it's this shocking lack of self-respect. And I sat there and I thought about that for a long time. I pondered it. I want you to do this too. Think about it. It's this lack of self-respect. If we don't respect ourselves, then we usually don't respect others. We aren't going to make wise choices. We can't see clearly, right? Things get a little foggy. They get dim and kind of dark. And if I lack self-respect, I'm going to make decisions that actually harm my body instead of protect my health. If I lack self-respect, I'm going to neglect my spiritual side, my emotional side, my mind, my education. I'm not going to protect and preserve my most important relationships, my marriage, my family. All these, the most important things in life, right? And so I want to challenge you to respect yourself. And almost above all else, respect yourself. Now, there might be a fine line there between selfishness and selflessness, but honestly, if you don't love yourself, how can you truly love others? If you don't respect yourself, how can you respect others? If you don't have a high degree of self-respect and esteem, or if you aren't overcoming your own insecurities and having great self-confidence, if you don't have those things, how can you live a great life? How can you be a leader? How can you help others if you lack those things in yourself, right? We honestly, we cannot give what we do not have. It's impossible. And we can go on forever about this. This topic is so awesome and so deep, and I have several videos about this. Watch those videos about gaining self-respect and self-confidence, about overcoming your insecurities. And honestly, check out my leadership course in worldschoolacademy.com. I talk about this a lot because it's so important. And there's this connection between identity and behavior. The way you see yourself, the way you believe you are, affects how you behave and what you do. So in the effort of going to the cause of so many problems, of the reason people self-destruct, I want to challenge you to do it for yourself and to help others. Raise your level of self-respect. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Refuse to do anything to your physical body that would harm it. Okay? That's anything that's addictive, anything that's harmful. Refuse to neglect your mind and your spirit and your emotions. Develop yourself. Don't bring any of those nasty habits or problems into your life. Okay? This will keep alcohol addictions and drug addictions and pornography addictions and even screen addictions and other self-sabotaging habits and actions. It'll keep all that stuff out of your life. I wholeheartedly and sincerely believe that we are all children of God, right? That we have a loving Father in heaven. Now, you may not be religious or well, we're all spiritual. And even if you've neglected your spirit, please believe that we are all spiritual. And believe that spiritual side. Raise those values, raise those morals, raise those standards. Love yourself, respect yourself. You're awesome. Okay? If nothing else, you are a precious human being with so much potential and so much greatness, so much goodness in you to offer the world. You're a great person. Believe that. Okay? You can even wake up and say to yourself, I'm awesome. Look in the mirror and say, I am awesome, because it's true. And it doesn't have to be prideful or arrogant. You just have to learn to love and respect yourself. And as your self-respect rises, so do your thoughts and feelings and words and habits. And it leads to a fantastic life. So again, I repeat, love yourself, respect yourself, and reach upward.